Sai Ram. So I know that by Swami's grace, all of us are able to hear. I hope that even online, everyone is able to hear clearly. So yes, there is one story that Swami would often narrate in his discourses. He would speak of how Krishna and Arjuna were walking together one day, and it's a very popular story, popularized even more by Swami. Krishna looks up at the sky and says, "Hey Arjuna, look, there's a pigeon that's flying, a dove." And Arjuna folds his hand and says, "Yes, O Lord, a dove is flying in the sky." Then Arjuna looks and says, "No, Krishna, actually, I think it's an eagle." "Yes, O Lord, it's an eagle," says Arjuna, without even looking at the sky. Then Krishna says, "No, no, no, Arjuna, no, no, I think it's a crow." "Yes, Krishna, it's a crow." Then Krishna turns to Arjuna and says, "Arjuna, are you blind or are you a fool? You're neither looking up. Whatever I tell, you're telling yes." And then Arjuna says, "Krishna, I have more faith in your words than my own eyes and my mind. My mind may say something, my eyes may say something, but what you say, that is the truth. If you say it's an eagle, it's an eagle. If you say it's a dove, it's a dove. If you say it's a crow, it's a crow." And then Swami would say, that is faith. That is how a devotee must have faith. This is what Swami would say. And every time I would listen to this, I used to think, Swami, what's so great in that? I mean, you're presenting Arjuna as the ideal for faith. Nothing great in that. Swami, if we to take a walk, you give me a chance, Swami. Look up and you tell it is crow, I'll also agree it's crow, Swami. Nothing great in Arjuna. Because so much, Swami gives this as an example, and I used to really feel like this, that Swami, just because Arjuna was lucky, he was with Krishna. Because we also hear of stories of how Arjuna was shaky in his faith. In fact, the whole Bhagavad Gita came because of Arjuna. So, Krishna, Swami, fine, you're telling that, so I'll accept it, but Swami, I think I'm also, you give me a chance, I'll show you. I'm also as good as Arjuna. Never the chance came. I never had a chance to walk with Swami in any garden or have a conversation like that. But something very interesting happened a couple of years later. It was in Trai Brindavan. And it was always my practice that whenever Swami speaks, I'll make notes. And even if Swami doesn't speak, whatever happened that day, I'll make notes. I'll fill my diary. Because I firmly believed that this is very, very important. It was my faith that we feel that the apostles of Jesus are those who have written about, they have written about Jesus. The apostles of Jesus have written about Jesus. I felt it is not that apostles of Jesus wrote about Jesus. I felt whoever wrote about Jesus became apostles. That is what I felt. Only 12 of them wrote, so they became apostles. If more had written, we would have had more apostles. So I felt, Swami, a time will come when all these writings will be read, and I will also become like your apostle. So I want to write. Today, when I look back 20, 25 years later, I feel, yeah, in some way it is true. Because it is not important what the Lord has given, how many interviews we got, how many rings, chains we got, but how we cherish those words, how we remember those words. That cherishing, that yearning, that desiring, that wanting Swami is what actually, brings Swami to us. So I used to write Swami's discourses. But while writing discourses, right, the problem is when you're writing that much time, you're not able to see him. So it has to be a compromise. So we'll write in shorthand, write shortcuts. One shortcut that I had is if Swami starts any story, I'll stop writing. Because most of the time he'll tell the same story only. So I know the story. So I'll just write, Swami told this story. In bracket, I'll put. So that day, Swami started telling this. Krishna and Arjuna were walking in. Okay. So Krishna Arjuna bird story, I wrote off like that. And now when Swami tells the story also, no, I think Swami also will get little bored telling the same story. So he'll tell variety. Once he'll tell it is peacock. Once he will tell it is something else, Depending on the audience, depending on his mood, he'll change the birds. Doesn't matter. But that day in Trai Brindavan, Swami said that Krishna told Arjuna, look, Arjuna, means after the dove is flying, then he says, no, Arjuna, I think it's a lion. Swami said. I'm like, eh? What is this story? What is this story? I'm wondering, what is the story Swami is telling? Lion is flying. Okay, and Trai session is a very intimate session, and Brindavan, the first year undergraduate students have come. So I'm like, Swami, some of them will be non-devotees also. What they'll think of you, Swami? Means, no. But Swami continued. And Arjuna said, yes, Krishna, it's a lion. Then Krishna said, look, Arjuna, there's a horse there. I'm like, Swami, God. Like I'm really worried for Swami's, what will happen, what will people think of Swami? The newcomers, the freshers. Swami, please, because we are the ones who justify, we are your protectors. When people speak bad about you, we stand up and fight for you. So Swami, don't give fodder for them to, how can Swami tell wrong and all that. But Swami went on and he completed the story and he continued the discourse, and I also began to write. I also wrote the discourse and over. It was only a couple of weeks later that I realized that, what? I had actually got my Arjuna moment. Swami had given me a chance to be Arjuna and I had miserably failed. Because my Arjuna moment was only with respect, I was ready to accept any bird that Swami said. But the moment he shifted to animals, no, I was not comfortable. Swami would tell anything, tell cockatoo was flying, anything fine. But the moment animal you tell, I'll wonder, how can animal fly? So that's when I realized that, when that is the reason why Arjuna is praised, because anything he accepts, our thing is conditional, We are aware, we know Swami is God, awareness. But Swami would always tell in his discourse, awareness only is not enough. It has to be constant integrated awareness. So it has to be constant. That awareness has to be constant, not just for birds, for animals, anything. But still, though this realization came, I didn't accept that Arjuna is a great devotee. I mean, Arjuna is a greater devotee than me. I felt, Swami, one mistake. Arjuna also made mistakes, right? So I also made this mistake. Swami, one more chance you give. One more chance you give, you'll see that I am also Arjuna. You gave Arjuna 2-3 chances. One more chance you give, So this was my prayer to Swami. So I decided in my mind, next time, be ready. If Swami tells that Krishna told, look, there's a dragon flying also, this dragon is flying. You should accept in your heart. I had mentally prepared fully. Somehow after that, for many years, this Krishna Arjuna story never came up only. I also forgot about this Arjuna challenge and the promise, and it was all forgotten. Let's fast forward to almost 2009. October 2009, Swami had traveled to Hershey and Mumbai. So I got the opportunity to travel along with Swami. So one morning, the previous day, Swami was praising about how beautiful Hershey is. And so what I did was I went and took photographs all around Hershey. Nice pictures. And early in the morning also I went and took some pictures. And when we were seeing the pictures, we felt it's beautiful. So just outside Swami's room, there was a big TV like this. So we hooked up the TV to the laptop and selected some photos. And we thought, if Swami agrees, we'll show some photos to him. So Swami came out for morning darshan. And I was sitting there with the laptop and TV. So Swami came and, what is this? Swami, some beautiful photos are there. I want to show you. Okay, come, show. Swami said. And Swami sat. So all of us sat. It became one small session over there. Swami spent 15-20 minutes with us. It was beautiful. So we were scrolling through the photographs. At that time, we came to one photograph where I had taken the rising sun with the Hershey Mandir. So the rising sun was in the background and the Hershey Mandir was silhouetted against it. Beautiful 3 domes, completely black. And behind it, fully orange. And I thought, Swami will appreciate that, like Swami wears orange and the divinity, it felt very poetic. So I showed and Swami was just seeing, we were going through, but that photo I wanted little admiration. And so I said, Swami, see. Swami said, very nice, especially The moonlight, no, nicely you have captured it, Swami said. I said, no, Swami, this is sunlight. And Swami said, no, no, no. Night you took, no. No, Swami, morning I took. Swami said, but see that how dark the mandir, see that it's moonlight only. Swami, see it orange, Swami. Orange is sunlight. Moonlight will be white. Oh, but mandir is looking very dark. Now, how to explain to Swami exposure in camera, I exposed to the sunlight and therefore this came underexposed. So I just said, Swami, I took no, Swami, morning only I have taken. This is sun, Swami. Oh, okay. Whatever you say. Fine. Swami said. And we went ahead to other photos and I was very happy. And because in that session, no, so many nice things happened. What had happened was the previous day, Swami was giving group photos and the breeze was blowing and his hair was blowing nicely. But every time people are around him. So when every group photo was come, I was taking the group photos. After that, I had gone and told, Swami, can I take only of you? Why? Swami asked. I said, Swami, you're looking so beautiful, Swami. I want to remove all distractions. Only you should be there. So he said, okay, take. So he had posed for one photograph of only him. I had taken that picture. But, you know, my seniors and others had advised me that when you show Swami photos, don't show his photos only. Because many times Swami will tell, what you're showing my photos. Swami likes to see devotees. Just like devotee likes to see God, God likes to see devotees. So show of Hadshi, show the devotees having food, those photos. So I had selected like that only. So during that photo viewing session also, one of those 80 pictures got over. Swami said, that's all. Some more are there. So he said, yes, Swami. And I went back to the main folder, you know, where I had dumped all the photographs. Now, this had not been classified. So as I'm showing, so boys sleeping, yeah, all kinds of photos are coming. So then quickly I shut it and said, Swami, over, Swami, finished. Because I don't know who will get embarrassed and later I will get it. So I said, Swami, over, that's all. Swami, that's all. Where is that photo? Which photo, Swami? You said I'm looking very beautiful, that one, that one. Oh, I felt so happy, you know, so sweet. So I showed him that. Swami said, it's beautiful, but you know, I was more beautiful. This hair is falling off. This water nowadays, very bad water. So this much my hair fall. Yes, Swami. I said, Swami, whatever hair, Swami, you are very beautiful. Simply will tell enough. Shut, Swami. So it was a nice session. So therefore, you know, I was very happy. But again, you know, after a couple of weeks, I realized here was another Arjuna moment, you know. Here was another Arjuna moment where what happened in Arjuna Krishna, whatever Krishna is telling, Arjuna is telling, yes, yes, whatever you say. And here what I had done, I had made Swami tell, okay, whatever you say. You know, we sing, Chand aur Suraj tumne banaye. Means you made the sun and the moon. But I am telling him, no, Swami, this is not moon, this sun. I'm telling, I clicked, no. See, this is what happens. So we are all aware that he is God. That awareness has to be constant. That awareness also has to be integrated. It's not just about bird and animal story. If I just change the circumstance, you're not again not able to see. I made it sun and moon and again you failed. Then I realized, yes, Swami. Arjuna is a devotee, Swami, yes. Because for most of the time, his awareness was not just awareness. It was Swami would always say that. Awareness, ordinary kadu, constant integrated awareness. Just awareness is not enough. It has to be constant awareness, it has to be integrated awareness. So also, when we think of ourselves as devotees of Swami, our faith has to be like that. That faith is so important. And that faith has to be constant and integrated. We forget it. That is the reason we do so many things that Swami would not approve of. There's a 9-point code of conduct. Things are there. We don't follow 5 points in that also. You know, if we every time believe, you know, this is Swami, this is Purna Avatar, we'll definitely do it. But it goes away. In those days in the hostel, it would happen like that morning, whether it's Suprabhatam, evening bhajans, even basic minimum things, we'll not feel like doing. Well, morning we are so sleepy. In fact, Swami had once told that boys need not do any other sadhana. Let them just follow the hostel schedule. That's all. So when Swami markets it, no, it is very easy. Oh, that's all, Swami. Try now. It's not easy to follow hostel schedule. Come what may, you have to get up at 4:30. So tough it is. Come what may, you have to sleep by 10 o'clock. Exam time, no, everybody will be studying till 12 o'clock. So tough it is. I personally would want, I don't know about getting up at 4:30, but I wanted to sleep at 10 o'clock every day. Even if I want to, I cannot because it's 12 of us living in a room. I'll sleep at 10:20. Somebody will put on light because they want to study. Arey yaar, how do I sleep? So, that is why I think we were all put in a hostel, because it's not just about you practicing your spirituality. Swami would say that hands in the society, heads in the forest. Only the head has to be in forest. Swami would say controlling anger in a forest, very easy. Who is there to make you angry? Come, get married, have a husband, a wife with some children. Now show your control on anger. Huh? Then you say you have controlled anger. Controlling anger sitting alone in forest, very easy. So that is why practical experience, no, in hostel, stay with 12 others. 12 people you stay with. You're supposed to love the whole world. Love 12 people and show. So we will be able to do it if we are always having this faith that Swami is God. Swami is God, Swami. We forget that. We forget it many times. So if we want to call ourselves as devotees of God, first, that's what Shirdi Baba would say, first, Shradda, faith. Faith you need to have. Swami says, whatever happens is for your good. The smallest bad thing is, Swami, what is this, Swami? Why Swami is doing, I don't know only. We know why he is doing. He is doing it because it's for our good. We don't know how it is for our good, that's all. Why we know it? If we have that faith. But we forget at that time. We think, Swami, we pray, we tell him, Swami, this happened, do something, Swami. Because our faith begins to waver. There was once another occasion in Brindavan. I was wondering, why is it that people don't get faith? And my answer to that was, this is because people possibly don't have an experience. So I used to think, Swami, like when I look at my own life, like I was free devotee for Swami. Free devotee meaning I did not put any test. I did not say, Swami, if you are God, do this. And then, oh, then you are God. Okay. So people have done that. Many people have done that. If you are God, you do this. If you are God, you do that. And Swami does that. And okay. So they receive some payment in terms of grace and miracle. And then they become devotee. I am free devotee. Like my father told he is God, I accepted over. So therefore I used to think, Swami, one stupendous miracle. Anyway, I'm free devotee, Swami. I have become your devotee. But to make everybody devotee, Swami, do some miracle. Do some big miracle. No, give everybody one miracle. There you call visiting cards. No, visiting cards. We make 1 million of them. Distribute, Swami. Liberally give. Everybody one miracle you give. All will become devotees. I was thinking like this, and I was thinking, why doesn't God get like this? We always think like that. Why God doesn't get like these ideas? I get many times like, I used to think God has given 9 holes for the human body. I used to think, Swami, one more hole you should have given here, near the throat. So all unhealthy food which is tasty, no? Unhealthy food only will be tasty. Healthy food won't be tasty. So all unhealthy food which is tasty, you can eat through the mouth, throw it off from the guts. So don't go and make you fat. And all the healthy food which are not tasty, no, just put it through directly here. Need not bear it on the tongue. It can directly go. So let this. But again, Swami gives a chinna katha for that. He says that there was a man who was walking, got tired. He thought he'll take some rest. He sat down. He just lay down and he saw the banyan tree with its berries there. And then when he was about to close his eyes, he saw one creeper with pumpkins. That this God is so foolish. That big solid banyan tree, he has put small berries. And this thin little creeper over here, big fat water pumpkins he has put. What? God, if I was God, I would have done things differently. Thinking that, he sleeps off. Anyway, Swami says when he wakes up, on his body, those berries are there. All they have fallen when he was sleeping. And then he realized, my God, instead of berries, if pumpkins had been on the tree, no, I would have gone. This is a good God that you put berries there. Pumpkins are here. So, very shallow manner, very ephemerally when we see, we think God doesn't know, it would have been better. We think we know better. That's why we advise God, you should do like this, Swami, do like that. But if we are able to introspect and look deeper, we will understand that why whatever he is doing is the best. Even if we don't understand that, based on past experience, we will know that hey, whatever he does is best only. So here I was thinking, Swami, simple way to give faith to everyone, simple way to make everyone devotee. Just give a miracle to everybody, distribute Narayan Seva do with miracles. That day, what happened was, I was part of the AVC group, that is audio visual communication group. So we would be setting up mics and all this. So we had one AVC room in Brindavan, which was part of the Trai Brindavan compound. So I went into the AVC room and I pulled a drawer. I found one book called Len Chimble's Dream. Len Chimble's Dream. This book, only recently I found it on Amazon. Only a used copy is available for some $150 or something. Very thin book, but it was there. I took that book. So it's basically a person conversing with God. All imaginary, I think, whatever. Len and God. It's a dialogue between Len and God. I open a page randomly. In that random page, Len is telling God, God, here's a way you can make everybody believe in you. Just give a miracle to everyone. So Len, superb man. This is what I'm telling my God also. So let us see now what he has written. Then there God is telling, yes, Len, very nice idea. Tell me what miracle I should do. Len says, yeah, something dramatic, drastic. Everybody should see. So that you can, optimize. You need not do one for everyone. One massive mass miracle. Like what? Says, for example, when the sun rises, let it be purple. Purple sun. And then the whole sky should become red and pink and something like that. Right? See, amazing. See, it's even it has got even the child's vote that it's an amazing miracle. God says, Len, that will not work. Why? Because sometime back, Len, when I asked, they said, make that time no sun used to be some other color. But they said make the sun red. I made it red. But today you got some explanation for it. You say it is some refraction, some Vibgyor, some theory you got. Every day, why only pink color? I paint the sky in so many colors. But you have some explanation for it. So when you don't have faith in God, even if God does a miracle, no, you'll miss the miracle. You'll give it some explanation. Or you'll say, it's an unexplained scientific fact. It's a mystery. I had been to San Francisco. There they took us to a place called Mystery House. So in the Mystery House, no, it's all ulta. They'll keep a plank like this, and you pour water, it'll go up, and it'll fall. I was like, wow, that's a miracle, But nobody said. Even I didn't think. I just thought of it later. In retrospect, I was thinking like that. So the pendulum will go hang. A pendulum won't hang straight. It'll hang like this. How, you don't know? You will not be able to stand straight because you'll be falling. But on the wall, you can stand like this, and you can stand on the wall. It's phenomenal, mind-boggling. So everyone wants to know how is happening. Maybe because of this, maybe illusion it is, maybe this, maybe that, maybe we're not sure. Then it's an unexplained mystery. Nobody said it's a miracle of God. Nobody said, nowhere else is there. Mystery house is not there in any part of the world. But not one fellow is telling it's a miracle of God. Possibly if there was a true devotee, he would have said it's a miracle of God. In fact, for a true devotee, not just that cabin there, the tree growing there, he would have told it's a miracle of God. Now just think of it. You take a seed, put it in the soil, and cover it. One tree will come. Oh, what a miracle, right? Amazing. It will not come immediately. In 3 seconds, it won't come. If it comes in 3 minutes, is it a miracle? If it comes in 3 weeks, one tree, miracle, right? In 3 months, if it comes, little lesser miracle. What if the tree comes in 3 years? What miracle that is? Normal it is. I had asked some children in that SSC class there. They said, in 3 years you put seed tree. What is miracle? Arre, why it's not miracle? Same thing is happening. Just because it's happening slowly, it's not a miracle of what. Instantly tree comes, it's miracle. If it takes, Swami does like this and when baby comes, it's miracle. Same thing in 9 months, one single cell which is nothing becomes a baby, and that is normal. That's childbirth. Why? It's a miracle. As so many, everybody is giving birth. So it's not a miracle. It's a miracle. When we have faith in God, everything is a miracle. And this is what God is explaining to Len there, telling Len, experience doesn't lead to faith. Miracle doesn't lead to faith. Faith leads to miracle. Faith leads to experience. When you have faith, right now, this moment, Len, there are thousands of people who are falling dead because they are not able to take a breath. And you know what? I was just thinking, this thought came during the pandemic time, and that was really true. Thousands of people around the world are falling dead literally because they're not able to take a breath. How is it that you are breathing and not falling? It's a miracle. It's a miracle. Really, right? Automatically, I don't even realize I'm breathing. My heart is beating, my food is digesting, everything is happening. Norm, nothing. I don't realize only. And that is when, you know, you realize that faith is something that we need to consciously inculcate. We have to put efforts, remind ourselves, no, this is, that's why we sing, right? Remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, remind me, my Lord, who I am. We have to keep remembering faith. And just faith is not enough. Shirdi Baba would say, Shradda and Saburi also. Saburi is patience, perseverance. You have to persevere with it. I have faith, God will do everything good. After that, God, what happened? It's already evening, nothing you have done. No, no, no. Wait. It may happen tomorrow. Tomorrow, day, 1 week over, God has not responded. So because there have been many times when I felt I have had faith, but how much time, Swami? When? I have faith, but when will you do it? That's when I got to know the story of brother Harish. You know, some of you might have heard it, but it's so phenomenal. So, brother Harish graduated from Swami school. In Swami's college, he was the student there. 84, he had joined. So, 91, he had finished and he had just joined work. His father was a Sevadal in Brindavan, in Whitefield. So, he also followed in the footsteps of his father, and he also wanted to do Sevadal service and all this. Then, when he was about 25 years old, 1991, as it is always, when they reach that age, they're looking for a marriage and alliances. So Swami had called all the Sevadal for Padnamaskar. So Swami is walking around giving Padnamaskar. One of the men get up and they say, Swami, my daughter has reached marriageable age, Swami. So kucho. Swami said, sit. And Swami continued walking. Then Hari's father got up, said, Swami, my son has reached marriageable age. Swami said, kucho. Finished. After finishing, Swami said, hey you, chalo, done. That's how Harish and Harish got married, and that was his marriage. His marriage was done in October 1991. So yeah, both families are happy. They're happy, and in the January or February of next year, 1992, during a routine checkup, Dr. Savitramma, who was the superintendent and head of the General Hospital in Bangalore for many years, she came and called Harish aside and told him, see, your wife's uterus seems to be severely atrophied. There's no chance that she will ever bear a child. Okay. So I'm telling this to you. You find a proper Deshakala Paristiti, see a proper time, circumstance, and gently break it to her, because this is something that is very devastating for a woman. So you just tell her that. So he agreed, he got this. And then he went first and told his parents. He said, we had gone for checkup, this is what they're telling. The parents, amazing faith. They said, see, Swami has selected that girl for you. Perfect it is. And Harish also felt, yeah, that is correct. I mean, that itself I found amazing. At this point, you could have straight said, Swami, what you did, Swami? Why did you do like this to my son? Why did you, or he can have also, Swami, why did you say nothing? They just, yes. Swami has done it, it's good only. Accepted it. So deep was his faith. So amazing was his faith. He didn't even tell his wife. Why I should tell? What will happen? No need, leave. Didn't tell only. 92, 93, 94, 95. Once 3-4 years over in India, they directly ask. When you're giving good news, they'll ask you. They asked me also when I got married. When you're giving good news, I said, yeah, by Swami's grace, I got promoted. No. Good news. Yeah, the loan has been repaid off. My car is coming new. Good news you tell. When? Good news. Okay. Basically, good news means baby only. But it will not stop with that first one. Once you get a child, within 2 years, they'll give you a break. After 2 years again good news will be asked. That is how family is complete, right? Mother, father, 2 children, then, yeah. So for him also it started good news. So he knew that good news is not going to be coming. But he didn't tell. 96, 97, 98. 1998, his in-laws, they took his wife for a checkup. And then they discovered this atrophied uterus. So they came and they were to their son-in-law. They said with a lot of regret, "We are very sorry to inform you. This is what has happened like this." He said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know this." "You know this? From when?" "92." "From 92 you knew? Why you didn't tell us?" "What you'll do if I tell you? Means what you can do? Nothing, no. I have saved you from 7 years of misery, no." Right? Because other 7 years you would have kept crying. Leave it. What you can do? Amazing. I found it so fantastic. Then they said, "Not about that. You could tell Swami, no." "Tell Swami what?" "Tell Swami every time you are doing seva there, Swami gives Pad Namaskar. Get up and tell Swami will do something." "Oh, okay, fine." So I asked him also, why you didn't tell Swami? He said, "No, I thought Swami will know. No, he'll do if it is needed." Great, amazing faith. But now they told specifically you asked. So he said, okay. So they were sitting again after that Sevadal duty. They're all sitting there in Trai Vrindavan. And Swami is giving namaskar. His brother-in-law is sitting opposite. You ask, okay. You ask, okay. Like, he's more eager. You ask Swami. And as Swami came close, everybody is there. He felt embarrassed to say. So he just kept quiet. His brother-in-law is prodding him. Tell Swami, tell Swami. Swami has what? So he got up, went close to Swami's ear and said, Swami. Swami said, I know. 7 years, 3 months. You don't have, no? I will give. Wow. Swami directly said, 7 years, 3 months. You don't have, no? I will give. So he felt happy, he sat down. Good. Amazing. Swami has told this. And also he told without me having to ask only. So nice. Saved me. I mean, nobody else would have understood what it is. Okay, what Swami will give. Okay. So he goes and he tells his wife, hey, Swami said he'll give. Very happy. So that was 98, 99, then 2000, 2001. When Swami will give? No. When will he give? So nothing is happening. In fact, whenever Swami would come to Vrindavan, Swami would look at him and, you have to give, I'll give. Like, It's there, Then it spread, people got to know some people who were close to Swami. Then they would tell when they're walking, no, Swami, please hurry. We feel like that. We feel sometimes that we have more compassion than Swami. Swami, please something do know for her. Please do for him, Swami. We pray. Because we feel we know, Swami, how can you be so heartless? How can you be so cruel? We think like that. We think we know better. We'll tell, Swami, please let this happen. And all this no is fully selfish. Like what we are interested in. We will pray for ourselves, our near and dear ones. Okay. What about the problems in Iraq? Pray the Lord knows, He'll take care. The Lord can take care of Iraq problems. My admission, my daughter's marriage and all, He can't. He needs my. And I'll tell Swami, exactly do like this. This is how you should do. Because this you don't know. This is pure selfishness. Pure selfishness. World problem. That's why Swami, that is why it is so amazing that we should say Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. We pray, that is the only prayer. Pray for everybody. We pray only selfishly for ourselves, our near one, those who know us, those who have asked us. Because we and we'll pray also. I just feel prayer is the best way to praise. Keep that person in mind and keep Swami and that person in the same thought. That's enough. That's all is the prayer. No need to ask anything. Once there was a sister who was just starting off her career as a homeopath. So I was telling somebody that, I'm praying to Swami that she should have a very good career. And so then the person said, so that means you want a lot of people to become patients or what? So I said, no, not like that. I mean, that's what it is. You want the doctor to become very successful, means you should have a lot of patients. Means you want so many people to become sick. No, not like that. So then when I kept thinking, I realized, yeah, Swami, do Swami. Let her be happy, Swami. Let her be peaceful. That's all you can pray. Anything else when we pray particularly, we don't know whether that's right or wrong. Our whole family came to Swami because one of my father's eldest brothers, not one of my father's eldest brother, he got transferred to Calcutta, and he didn't want to go to Calcutta. So he didn't know. He tried everything in his power to cancel the transfer. It never got cancelled. Finally, one night when he was very worried, he was sleeping. He sees in his dream one person coming with a bull. In Karnataka, it's common. Maybe in many places in South India also. They walk with a bull playing a shehnai and music. They're called Haridasa. It actually has come from a glorious tradition where These people walk around society just singing the name of God. They are there to remind everyone in society that, hey, whatever you may be doing, don't forget God. And this is the important service they do for society. In return for that service they do, the society takes care of them, nourishes them, gives them food, clothing, shelter, whatever. It's a sad thing, like many other things, that also has become a way of begging and asking for money today. But the tradition is amazing. So such a Haridasa comes in his dream with his bull and playing the music and tells my uncle, you don't worry, everything will be fine. So my uncle wakes up in the morning and he doesn't know what is the meaning of the dream, but he's feeling very good. Okay, something, yeah, it's an auspicious sign. 2 days later, he is returning from office, and when he's returning from office, Sheshadripuram is one location in Bangalore. There's one Rama temple there. Near that Rama temple at Sheshadripuram, he sees a small shamiana has been put. Some 50 people are sitting and some talk is going on. So out of curiosity, he just sees who is this person talking. That Haridasa is talking there. The Haridasa who came in his dream is giving speech over there in Telugu. So he got down, not Telugu, in Kannada. So he got down and, who is this? Who is this person? Sathya Sai Baba. Oh, who is Sathya Sai Baba? So he got all the, part 2 of Shirdi Baba, this all, he's in Puttaparthi, all the details he got. So he was very like, wow. He was very amazed and he was awestruck that, wow, he comes in my dream. Imagine how it will be. Huh? You see somebody in your dream and 2 days later you see that person in reality, a person whom you didn't know before. So he decided he'll go to Puttaparthi. He went to Puttaparthi. Swami called him for an interview. And in the interview, before he could open his mouth, Swami said, I know you want to be in Bangalore. Don't worry, you'll be in Bangalore only. Ask what you want. Nothing else to ask. This only I had come for. But after that, in 2009 or something, when my father and all of us, we shifted to Puttaparthi, permanent, my parents shifted to Puttaparthi, he also wanted to settle in Puttaparthi. He said, Puttaparthi is such a nice place to settle. For 6-7 years, he tried his best. Just could not come at all. And finally, he passed away in Bangalore only. And then I remembered he had prayed that he wanted to be in Bangalore. And Swami said, don't worry, you'll be in Bangalore only. That's it. Once you get that vision of blessing, no, you can't leave. That is a very careful. Don't ask Swami for anything only. Because I'll ask something which I'll regret 5 years later. Now I want it the most. But 5 years later, I'll think, why I asked for that, yeah. That's why no need to ask only. That's why Swami also would say, Adugakuve o manasa. Don't ask. If you ask, you will not get. Don't ask, you will get. Just keep your mouth shut. So, yeah. So, like this, prayer. When we think of prayer as asking from God, I think we should not pray at all. But prayer is just about thinking of God. Suppose if somebody tells me also, pray for me, the only prayer I think I'll make is, let that person's love for you grow, Swami. Because that, no negatives are there. If somebody loves Swami more, there's no negative in that. That is the only prayer. So if somebody says, a relationship problem is there, pray for me, let your love for Swami grow. I have got some health problem, pray for me, let your love for Swami grow. You don't know whether that health problem it might be turning out to be a boon later on, so we don't know that. And therefore, definition of prayer must be to just think of Swami and be in sync with Swami and to love Swami. So yeah, so there are others who are praying for Hari. Swami, please do something, no Swami. 2002, 2003, it became 2003. 2003, his wife, her name is Radha actually. So she told, in 1991 they got married. It's 2003. So she was thinking, if Swami had simply kept quiet, no, nothing, we would be fine. He told, I will give. And that is why now all this is coming. No expectation is there. And so she said, I think, let us adopt a child. We may not have a Kamaputra. Kamaputra is a child born out of desire, We'll have a Premaputra, a child born out of love. We'll adopt a child. I think this is what Swami meant. Harish also said, yeah, I think so. This only it must be, yeah. So they went to an orphanage, and after they applied and processed, and they were almost about to select. And Harish said, hey, but before making the final selection, let us just get blessings from Swami. Yeah, sure, we'll get blessings from Swami. So that summer, he wanted Swami to give an indication, and Swami gave. How did Swami give indication? Didn't look at Harish's face at all. Totally ignored him. 2003, of course, at the time Swami had a fall also. It was all the transition phase where Swami moved from walking to sitting on a wheelchair. But all said and done, never looked at Harish. Harish was also waiting that in finally Padnamskar time will come. At that time I'll ask. So during Padnamskar time, when he got up, Swami stared at him and said, "You don't talk to me. No faith at all." So he said, immediately understood. Swami, we are not adopting, Swami. He told, he told Swami. Swami told, go tell your wife, if Sai Baba tells anything, it has to come true. Tell her to wait. Oh, wait. This is what I'm thinking. Swami, I waited 2 years, 3 years. You have waited now 13 years, 12 years. In another 2 years, Rama's Vanavasa ended. These Pandavas also came back. I mean, this when this will end. So no adoption. Adoption cancelled. 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007. Now, by this time, now we'll start thinking, Swami meant maybe child means wisdom. We have all that. Child means maybe love and service is daughter. We'll give interpretations, metaphors. They also maybe might have started thinking like that. Maybe next Janma, whatever. 2007, 2008, 2008. Back then they didn't know, but 2008 would be the last time ever that Swami went to Brindavan. After that, Swami never went to Brindavan. That time when Swami came, suddenly Swami saw Harish. I have to give you a child, no? Next year I'll give you. Ma, 1 year at least came. One date, next year, Swami said. Before it was, I'll give you. Now it is, next year I'll give you. So he said, okay. Next year. So he went happy. He said, we got a date now. 2009. 2009 it's going to be. So once 2009 started, January 2009, February 2009, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, Christ was born, but nothing happened to them. That's it. Jesus Christ over. And January 2010. Now again you have to go back to, child means wisdom, daughter means that, no? What you'll do? What you'll do? It's all over. So Hari said, again, no despair. Hari said, okay, it's done. Fine, whatever. Let's proceed. This is also the year we are celebrating Swami's 85th birthday. So 2010, lot of programs across the world. I'm sure here also you would have done something. So everyone was planning some things. And there in Bangalore, they had planned that we will do 85 Rudram, whatever, Ati Rudram chantings for 85th birthday. So 85 different homes were selected and this chanting group will go each home so that they can offer 85 such sessions to Swami for his 85th birthday. Somewhere in February, one such session was happening in Harish's home. So as the chanting is going on, he sees that there's some kind of distraction, noise and all going on the lady's side. And he doesn't know what. Then word comes to him that, your wife has fainted. Oh. But she has been taken to the room and Dr. Savitrama is there. That Dr. Savitrama. Dr. Savitrama is there with her. I said, okay, fine. She's there now. So I'll continue my Vedam chanting. I mean, nothing more I can do. Doctor, the head of the superintendent of the general hospital is there. What I? So he continued to do his Vedam. Everything got over. After the session gets over, Dr. Savitrama comes and tells, Harish, you have to be very, very careful with your wife now. She should not cook. She should not do. What is wrong with her? Nothing is wrong. She's 2 months. She's carrying. She's pregnant. It's been 2 months and then he looks for December with Christ. Indeed, he had come. But he didn't. He didn't realize it. And the beauty, the poetry in Swami's Leela is that the same doctor who had said that the uterus is atrophied and she will never bear a child comes and announces that, she's carrying a child. That is the thing, that is the thing. When somebody says that, 2 days to live, that's all. The doctors told my father, only 2 months, that's all. I think that time God laughs. Who are you to decide 2 months? My dad was there for 9 months after that. Or when somebody says, don't worry, you're in safe hands. Nothing will happen. That time also God will laugh. What you're promising? That's in any field. Any field. So here, that's what happened. It went on and in fact, later in the year, again, an interesting small thing that the child descended in the 7th month itself and it's going to be a very premature baby and they were very worried. So again, Harish ran to Puttaparthi at that time, sometime in September or something of 2010. Swami was conducting one Yagnam, Sudarshana Homam in Puttaparthi that time. And he enlisted as a volunteer for that Yagnam. And at the end, because he's a very seasoned volunteer, he was selected as the group of volunteers who will clear the ashes of the Yagnam. So when he was clearing it, he found one precious gemstone. So he went to the organizers and said, see, this was there in that Yagna Kunda. Just okay, keep it, we'll find out. So they asked Swami, and Swami sent message that whoever found whatever in the Yagna Kundam, they can keep. It is my prasadam to them. So then this stone turned out to be a Gomedikam stone, which is helpful apparently in the delivery, health benefits it has. So he went and he put it in a chain and put it in a thread and put it around his wife's neck. And that's it. Though the child had descended, though the wife was in the hospital, 2 months the child didn't come. The child completed 40 weeks and then only came out. And good boy, they have named him Sai Skanda. In fact, how I got to know the story was sometime in 2015 or something. Yeah. I was at Radio Sai, I was sitting and I did not know he was a student also. I always known him as an AVC Sevadal person in Vrindavan. So I said, Sairam sir, how come you're here? He said, I have come to admit my child to primary school, he said. So I thought it must be his third or fourth child, I thought, because he's so old. So primary school, first standard child. So I said, very lucky, sir. Indeed, very blessed to get admission in primary school. He said, forget getting admission in primary school. Getting child only blessing, sir, he told. I said, why, sir? This is your third son. My first son, sir. What? You don't know? I said, no, I don't know. Then he told this whole story to me, And then I was wondering, 19 years you have waited, and after Swami telling that I will give, for 11 years you have waited. That is some patience. That is something, when we say Shraddha and Saburi, I think, having faith is one thing, not losing patience. In fact, Swami would say in a poem, I don't want to say that poem because I don't know the Telugu, but describing Pattudala or determination, Swami would say a devotee is he or she who is so determined that either God appears and fulfills the wish or they collapse putting the effort. They just give up their body in putting the effort. Only one of these two results should happen, then you're a devotee. Otherwise, you're not a devotee only. You should be so dogged and determined and hold on and keep doing that either God should appear and say, granted, take, or you just collapse. Any other result means you're not a devotee. That is both Shraddha and Saburi. And in fact, Swami would give the example of Prahalada. Prahalada was thrown from the mountains, put in front of the elephants, put in a pit of snakes, and he was put in fire and everything. He didn't say, God, I'm chanting your name. What are you doing, God? Forget being put in fire. Matchstick is lit under us. We'll tell, oh God, what are you doing? I chanted your name and this is what it is. If we are thrown from the mountain, maybe some of us will tell, oh, Swami is there. Sai Ram, Sai Ram. Then we'll descend 1,000 feet. Sai Ram, Sai Ram. 2,000 feet, Sai Ram, Swami. Sai Ram, Sai Ram. And once we descend 3,000 feet, we start trying to grab and hurt our arms in the process. Because we're trying to secure ourselves that, hey, forget Sai Ram now. Let me just try to catch and save myself. That's why one poet writes about Prahalada. So beautifully he writes. He writes that when Prahalada was thrown from the mountain, Lord Vishnu bent it. He bent and caught him. Why did Vishnu do that? Because Prahalada is saying, Narayan, Narayan. There he's telling. Midway he's telling. 1 inch from the ground will he tell? Or will he tell Narayan? But Prahalada 1 inch from the ground also, no? Narayan, If I'm going to crash and crush my head, that is the best thing that can happen to me. Because my Narayan is there. Then Vishnu said, my God, protect this guy, man. Caught him 1 inch away from the ground, caught him and put him back on top. Crowned him, not physically put him on top, but raised him to the ultimate height, ultimate level. Because that is what it is. It is not about just having patience when things are okay or slightly bad. When things go terribly bad, that time what we do, we just give up everything that Swami held dear and we run for our lives. That is what we should practice when things seem to be collapsing, things seem to be going haywire. Steadfastly hold on to Swami. No problem. Swami, if the whole world also goes, no, I will stay, Swami. I want to be on your side, that's all. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Forget what the world is doing. 1,000 people do wrong things, it doesn't become right. As long as we are clear we are with God, it's enough. That is why Arjuna is a devotee. Arjuna said, Krishna, I want you. Krishna says, see, one side my Narayani Sena, which I have trained. Other side me. Krishna, I want you. No, listen, I won't even fight. I won't do anything. So I'm useless. Krishna, I want you. You don't do anything, Krishna. Just be on our side, enough. Before that, Krishna had told, I saw Arjuna first, so Arjuna will ask first. Duryodhana said, no, Lord, I came first. He didn't tell Lord and all. He said, no, Krishna, I came first. I'm the elder, I came first. But I saw him first. No! Krishna, I should ask first. No, Duryodhana. Narayani Sena or Krishna? Or Duryodhana like this, damn cheating. Then Arjuna said, Krishna. Okay, Krishna, fine. What to do? Fine. Let Arjuna. Okay, let Arjuna win. Let him only take. Himself is feeling, wow, man, I got Narayani Sena. He was so happy he was. Narayani Sena got shredded to bits. Whole thing gone. This story we have often heard. Once I just began to think, what is this Narayani Sena? This Narayani Sena is a band of soldiers trained by Narayana, trained by Krishna himself. They have sworn that whatever Krishna tells, we will do. And what does Krishna tell them? Tell them, go fight against me. But look at that. Nobody, I was just thinking, what faith they have. Krishna, you have told me we'll fight, Krishna. No problem. The institute, you have set up one kingdom, we'll fight against that only. No problem. Because you have told us. See, that is what it is. It doesn't matter which side we are on, whose side we are on. Are we on God's side? Are we doing what God told? Run away from places or people or things that make us go against what Swami has said, and be with people, places or things that make us do what Swami says. And if there is nobody, no place, no thing that makes us do what Swami says, don't be with anybody at all. Because be with Swami. That is faith, and faith is always tested only. Because then only it is faith, no? Otherwise it's not faith. If we say that, Swami, I want strength, how will I get strength? I'll get situations where I have to exercise strength. I ask for strength, you're giving difficulty, then only you'll get strength. Then only you'll get strength. That is why Kunti, no? Mother Kunti, at the end of the Mahabharata, Krishna was in a very bestowing, boon-giving mood. What do you want? What do you want? He asked Kunti, what do you want? Kunti said, Krishna, fill my life with troubles. Krishna, what is that? Sure, huh? Like, you're sure you want full life of trouble only you had. Still you want more? Yes, Krishna. Whenever I've been happy now, I've not thought of you. When I'm happy, I'm thinking of my sons, my palace, like that. When we are happy, that's what we do. Just see, when we are happy, we think about our career, our children, our settling. This. When we are sad, no, we forget everything. Only Swami, Swami. Okay. So Kunti said that, yeah, that without thinking of you, there's no meaning for life, and I think of you only in times of difficulty. So Krishna, please fill my life with difficulty. So that, I think, is the quality of a devotee. Imagine, we ask why you gave me difficulty. A devotee goes and tells, give me difficulty because I want to think of you more. If thinking of you means I'm having more difficulty, more suffering, bring it on, Swami, because I want to think of you. I want to think of you only. Before I conclude, I'll just, I remembered one little hilarious thing that happened. There was this devotee who was speaking in Swami's presence, and he was trying to compare Krishna and Swami, and he wanted to say that Swami is greater than Krishna also. That was his theme and idea. That was his intention. His intention was good. But while speaking, he said, in Dwapara Yuga, Mother Kunti asked Krishna, Krishna, fill my life with troubles so that I can always think of you. But Kali Yuga, our Bhagwan is so great. He's so compassionate. I didn't even have to pray to him. Without praying only, he has filled my life with difficulties and troubles. That's how he said. But that is the word of a devotee. Without asking if God fills our life with trouble, we feel thankful to God. Thank you, Swami. Though it is hilarious, it is such a sign of a loving devotee that come what may, if I have to drink poison, I will drink, because that's what Mirabai did. So whenever, it's great to be a devotee, because Swami says, that is whom I'm searching for. Vetukuchunnanu nenu, vetukuchune unnanu. I'm searching and searching for one devotee, he says. So it's great to be that one whom he is searching for. But to be that, we need both faith that he is God. And that faith is not just ordinary faith. It It's not an ordinary awareness. It has to be a constant one, an integrated one. We need constant integrated awareness of Swami being God. And then we need to persevere with that. When we have the Shraddha and Saburi, yes, I think we will achieve Swami. I would like to pray to Swami that our love for him keeps growing stronger every passing moment, and we become firm in our Shraddha and firm in our Saburi. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram. Yeah, sure. Yeah.
We have two online questions. The first one, Sairam, Aravind uncle, thank you so much for the wonderful talk. I was wondering what you think about this situation. I have a friend who isn't feeling well. The doctors have done multiple tests and they don't know what's wrong. They think there is nothing wrong and the person is fine, but the person is having a lot of stomach issues. They started to feel that stress and worries may be causing this. What do you recommend this person to try to make things better?
I'm assuming that this little boy or girl is asking in terms of what do I pray? Because as a doc, I don't know what medicine to recommend and all. That is the doctor's expertise. But I feel if I had to pray for this friend, I would have prayed, Swami, let this person, this child or whoever, let this friend experience your love. Let this child experience your peace. Let this child experience your grace. Because I'm not going to get specific as to what it should be because God knows the best. And I am praying this. The beautiful thing is, even if I don't pray this, no, God will give grace, peace, and blessings anyway. But when I pray like this, I grow in my selflessness. I grow in my spirituality. And that is why we have to pray for others. We have to pray for others not because without us praying, they'll not benefit. Without us praying also, God will shower. He doesn't need us. But when we pray, we become larger in our heart. We become broader. But we have to be aware that we don't let in our ego come. Let our ego come in. And therefore, I'm not going to suggest what Swami should do. Swami, please, I know, let that person feel your love, let that person feel your peace, let that person feel your grace, whatever that may entail at the body and mind level. So, to that little boy or girl who asked, I would say that this is what I would pray, that let my friend have your peace, Swami, let my friend have your grace and your love. And yeah, of course, follow whatever the doctor says on a physical level. Yeah.
And then there's one more question. God has given us hands, feet, brain, etc. to use. Should we not use them with faith in God? There is a reason He gave us all these faculties.
Yeah, you should use. This is basically like saying, Swami will take care of anything and I'll just sit. That's what I think the person is asking. That I will not, why I should do anything? God is there, He'll take care of everything. And another interesting way that this question would be asked is, Swami tells, on one hand, have faith. On the other hand, Swami tells, have self-confidence. So self-confidence is what? Confidence in me. Faith is what? Confidence in somebody outside. How can I have both? One I should. Means, if I have self-confidence, why I need God? And Swami gives a beautiful example. He says, there's a balloon. Inside the balloon, there's air. Outside the balloon, there's air. Swami would say the air in the balloon is conscience. The air outside the balloon is consciousness. And the balloon is your body. Once you break that body, there's no difference between the air in the balloon and air outside the balloon. So also Swami would say the body is like that balloon which is separating outside air and inside air. The inside air called conscience is the God within. Everyone has God within. And the air outside is the omnipresent God. So when you have confidence in the omnipresent God, that's called faith. When you have faith in the God inside you, that's called self-confidence. So the self-confidence with a capital S. So self-confidence is what makes me feel that, I'll use my hands. Because that is the Lord from within prodding me. I am seeing somebody suffering there. God will take care. How am I sure that God has not already taken care by bringing me to that spot? This might be God's plan. When somebody is suffering, no, Aravind will come there. That's my plan. Because he'll take care of it then. Then I don't know, God will take care. No. In fact, there's a story like that, They would say that there was this lame lion, and there was another jackal, another fox that used to get food for the lion, it seems. So a fox sees the other fox getting food for the lion on a daily basis and says, God, how lucky that lion is. How I wish I could have also been, like that, lame, and somebody comes and serves me. And then God tells the fox that, no, I made you to be like the fox, not like the lion. You go find somebody lame and go and help. That's what it is. I have a personal experience in this. There was one boy, I won't name him, in the college when I was studying, very weak in studies. But somehow when it comes to the critical exam, he'll scrape through. You know how? Swami will come in his dream and give him questions. Okay. And this fellow is so whatever lazy or doesn't like studying that in that also he'll select and study how much he needs for passing. You can study the whole thing, now he'll get good marks. No, just enough. So I tell Swami, this is unfair, Swami. Like, we are all fools over studying. You're giving him. That's when I realized that the interest to study, the ability to study, that's also Swami's blessing. To some, Swami will give that. To some, Swami will give question paper. Okay, that's how it is. Then when I think of it, yeah, Swami, I'll prefer this. Like, even getting question paper, he's not wanting to, because he's feeling I don't have enough. I'm not able to study all questions. How I'll study? I'll study 6 or 7 out of 10. That's enough to pass. So God gives differently, and therefore, if God has given me good hands and good legs, I have to use my hands and legs with full self-confidence. Self-confidence and faith are not contradictory. They are supplementary. This is just the body separating the God inside me and the God outside me. Once this body breaks, there's only one God. So therefore, yeah, as long as your hands, legs, eyes, nose, everything, with all sense organs, we should work and serve and be confident. In fact, when we had asked Swami that, Swami, for your birthday, we want to do some seva, will you permit? Swami said, for doing seva, you want to ask permission? It's your birthright, you should do. Just go and do. Don't even ask me. Do and come and tell we did. That is how seva should be done. Not, Swami, we are hoping, will you permit us? If Swami tells only, we'll do. No. When somebody had told that, Swami had asked, did you have food today? Yes, Swami. Went to bathroom? Yes, Swami. You asked Swami? No. That you'll do. What you feel is important, you'll do without asking Swami. Seva is also that important only. Don't have to ask Swami. Do seva. And that is what it is. So, yeah. I mean, it is not... It doesn't go against faith if I say my hand, Swami has given hand and all, but faith, God will only take care. No. I need to do also. Faith and self-confidence both have to move hand in hand.
Thank you. And one more question. Sairam brother, today in your YouTube video, you said Swami encourages us to realize we are also God. We should learn to imitate Swami. Could you elaborate more on that?
I also don't know exactly, but I think I had asked Swami that, Swami, you keep telling we are God, we are God. If I start thinking I'm God, then is that not ego, Swami? Is that not... Swami said, no, that is not ego. That is correct. Swami said, Adi, correct Satyam. That is the correct truth. Tani means, but if you think that I'm God and do all the stupid things, no? And then everybody laughed. Everybody laughed. I also, like, Swami patted on the cheek and said, no, just think. You think. Put yourself in God's place. Will God do like this? Cha, no. And then do. Then do action. And then Swami said, this is office work. This is house work. This is center work. He didn't tell center work. He said, this is my work. This is office work. This is Swami's work. You do like that, then that is not how God does. How can it be spiritual work separate, house work separate? You are God, no? If you are doing God does housework, that's also divine. And I realized, yes, Swami would come once. He spent 1.5 hours rearranging the altar. Like, he'll tell, that Shirdi Baba statue, move there. It is so tough. Then he'll crack some jokes. He'll call 3 more. Hey, 3 pakodas, you come. Move that. 3 big fellows will come. And when Swami will tell pakoda, they'll feel happy. Like, funny it is, If Swami tells pakoda, that means you tell pakoda, they'll smash your nose, make it bhaji. But if Swami tells pakoda, they'll feel happy. Because Swami is such love, no, whatever he calls. The first conversation Swami had with me, he called me mental hospital. I felt so happy. So happy. Somebody, what brother? Swami told you mental hospital. Yes. Swami told you anything? No, no. He told me something. Doesn't matter what he tells. Because that is Swami. Love, no love, anything comes, it feels nice. Swami will call somebody coconut tree, they'll feel happy. Giraffe, they'll feel happy. Potti, Kasturi writes in his Loving God book that the father-in-law of his daughter, his name was some Iyer, it was. But Swami, because he was short, Swami used to call him Potti Iyer. And Kasturi was not yet a devotee. And he used to say, how can somebody so proudly proclaim that somebody calls you by a teasing name, Because I'm Swami's Potti. Like, how can it, like, I'm Swami's champ, it's okay. I'm Swami's dwarf, like that he's coming in. How can, but that's how Kasturi writes. I don't know how it can like that. But that is what it is. For a normal person, like, how can Swami tell? Here we will be so careful. You can't tell fat, you can't tell plus size, you can't tell overweight. I don't know what is the correct term to tell for that. You don't know, healthy, extra healthy. You can't tell physically handicapped. You have to tell differently abled. I mean, all these are political terms. But that's what it is. But Swami will tell, hey, fatty, come here. Swami will, he feels so happy. Swami called me fatty, I'm fatty. And Swami is fatty. That is the love. So Swami will do all this, arrange the altar, put that flower is not looking nice there, do this. You just think, if you spend 1 hour to arrange this altar, you think it's such a worldly thing. And not just this. He'll hold that sari. Sari is green there. Show the other one. No. No, you show this sari. Okay, you pack that and keep that. This sari. Okay, you keep these two together. It's such a mundane, worldly thing, no? But ask a person, you want to sit and do Jyoti meditation or sit and arrange saris with Swami. They'll say, I want to arrange saris with Swami. Because you know what? If Swami is doing that, no? Who wants meditation? Yeah. This is what it is. This is spirituality. And Swami that day was telling that only. If you genuinely believe every time that you're God, how can you tell this is mundane work? The very fact that you're doing it, it becomes divine work because you're divine, no? And Swami is indicating that feeling when it comes, no, then you're living that thing that you are God. Yes, it starts by pretending only. Start pretending, genuinely. Just how, you just imagine when we all come, Swami's Gayatri is going on, okay? We are looking at our phone, we are reading, we are jet setting the Shruti, we are checking the mic. I'm just telling, Swami, imagine if Swami was here, how we would be, how Swami would be. That's it, right? No speaking, calm. So we'll start like that. Because I came as guest speaker here, I tried like that. And I felt, oh yeah, this is how I should. This is what Swami will be doing, right? Yeah. Just sitting, calm. Every time it doesn't come. Yeah, it is like a pretending only. But though I pretended, no, I felt so calm. I was in such a good space before I came to speak. So start. Swami would say, pretend, tend, end. Pretend to be good. You will tend to be good. You'll end becoming good. Pretend to be God. You'll tend to be God. And you'll end being God. Because that is the same thing you're telling again and again. No, we are what we repeatedly think. So repeatedly, if we imagine we are God, we are God. That's what Swami said. Good to say you're God, but say you're God and think and do all nonsense, that is not right. Every time keep thinking, if I'm God, how? If Swami was here, what Swami would do? And some of us are lucky that we have had the chance to interact with Swami, see how Swami does, how Swami interacts, Swami what he does. We recently held the international conference. Everybody felt Swami was here. Why? Because things were done there the way Swami would have done when he's hosting the conference. And that was done because there are people guiding who have observed Swami doing it. What about if we have not observed Swami? What if we are unlucky, we have not seen Swami? Then go. There is 80,000 hours of footage available on YouTube. Go and watch it. Don't see movies. See Swami's videos, no? See only Swami's videos. See how he walks. See how he talks. See how he scolds. And what is dear to him, read. There's discourse, he's written Vahinis. Discourses are there. We can hear, listen. All this I'm telling because I also want to do. I'm not doing enough. But it's all available if you want, unlike any other avatar. What he liked to eat, when he would sleep, what is his schedule. Everything is available in public domain. Study that. If you're really thirsting for if Mirabai had an iPhone and the digital media available on Krishna today, she would have, I think, got liberation by 20 years of age only. Without anything, yet she did Krishna. We are so lucky that way. So this is what I think is about becoming God, because we have to imitate. Whom to imitate? We'll imitate God. The best God whom we have everything available is Swami. Try to imitate him. Not just his physical gestures and other things, how he would think, how he would interact, what he would speak, when he would crack joke, what kind of jokes he would crack. So beautifully. Everything about him is Maduram and sweet. I think if we begin like that, one day we'll become like him. It's very interesting because this does not require us to be getting interviews with Swami or having got a chain from Swami or anything. I used to always think when Swami gives the example of Ramayana, he would say that when Rama returned back to Ayodhya, people got confused because Bharata was looking like Rama only. They were thinking, who is Rama? Bharata, understanding everybody's predicament, he picks up a garland and bows down to Rama. Oh, okay, this is Bharata, that is Rama. And Swami said, because Bharata had begun to look like Rama. I was thinking, Lakshmana didn't look like Rama. Okay, Lakshmana was full time with Rama only. Full time with him. He didn't look like Rama. Sita didn't look like Rama. Bharata is looking like Rama. Because I think all this now have a deep inner meaning. It's, as Swami would say, it's not nearness that matters. Dearness. And dearness does not require nearness. Of course, nearness may help in getting dearness, but Bharata didn't have. Mirabai didn't have. What Radha had, with the children there, where I forget Tracy, some place where I had been with the children, I asked them at Fremont in the park while sitting. I asked them, they asked a question, how do we develop connection with Swami when he is not here? So I said, forget about that. We'll go to, I don't know the answer, I said, simply, and went into talking about Radha and Meera. Then I asked them to vote. 70% voted that Meera is luckier, Meera is blessed compared to Radha. I'm like, how can you tell that? Yaar? Meera didn't even see Krishna. Radha was Krishna's best friend. Oh, but after that, Krishna left her. Whatever, 10 years he was with Krishna, no? Full time. Oh, yeah. And then I told them about how Swami has written about Radha. In the end, no, Radha used to first cry, go to the tree and tell, have you seen my Krishna? Go to the river, have you seen my Krishna? Where are you, Krishna? Oh, means, she's... And then she suddenly realizes that, what? The tree is only my Krishna. She's seeing Krishna in the tree, Krishna in the bee, everything. Then she says, where Krishna, where can you go? You are everywhere. So much so that finally when Krishna returns, Swami has written this drama. When Krishna returns, all the gopikas, with their broken teeth and shaking legs and all, they all become old. They all go to see Krishna. Radha doesn't go. But now Krishna is asking, where is Radha? Where is Radha? Radha is there. And he goes, Radha, you don't want to come and meet me. Krishna, you are with me only. What is there to meet? I see the moon, I see you. I see the river, I see you. I see the bees and the birds, I see you. And then they say, no, then Radha is lucky. Very tough. Very tough to say Meera or Radha is lucky because both had one thing common, yearning for Krishna. I think if we get that yearning, we'll tend to become like Krishna, we'll end up being Krishna. How Radha became, Meera became. So I think same with Swami also. That thirst for Swami, the symptoms of that thirst is reading about Swami, speaking about Swami, thinking about Swami, seeing Swami in everything. I stayed with my classmate. He was driving the car. We were finding for a place to park. That parking lot, just before we could go in, somebody else went in. Then he went other place and he parked under the tree and said, see, Swami wanted us to park in the shade. I was like, wow, man. See, means an apparent not so happy thing. He found Swami in that. It might seem like a trivial thing, but I really felt, see, this is what I wouldn't have thought like that. I lost a parking space. Okay, fine. Let's park here. I would have parked and gone. But he told it also. He's an SSC teacher teaching the kids there. And I told him, you're doing a great job here. And he's able to do a great job, not because of his intellectual or anything like that, but genuinely he tries in everything. I stayed with him for 2 nights and I saw for everything. See, Swami, like that is why Swami is there, Swami is there, Swami is there. Finally, Swami gave me a slap through him only. Not a physical slap. Somebody gifted a cup, heavy cup. I was like, I had told that I don't have luggage, difficult to carry. Then I said, see, when I've told that also some big cup there, what? I'll wear this cup I can buy in India also. Then I saw it was a mosaic on the cup. He saw it. There's a mosaic, and if you look deeply, actually Swami's photo is there on the cup like that, okay? And then he said, see Aravind, Swami is there. It is not a cup, it is Swami. I said, Himanshu, you will see Swami in everything, man. That's your beauty. I am seeing a cup in Swami. You are seeing Swami in a cup. That is the difference. Swami would say, don't treat don't treat a god like a stone, but treat stone like God. I think that is what it is. Once we start doing that, we'll also become Swami. And Swami, that is the prayer. Swami, let us always think of you. I keep praying because I feel I'm struggling for that. Let me always think of you. Let me always love you. Let our love for you keep growing every passing moment. Sai Ram.